RAMINBEATZ.
All right, we're live. Welcome to another episode of Under the Canvas. I'm Ken with my co-host Nick here. Got a lot to talk about. We've been absent for 2 weeks, but some interesting things have been kind of happening around the MMA world. But before we get into all the kind of the betting issues that's been going on in FBI that Dana White has been dealing with, give me your quick thoughts just on that Tom Aspinall fight. How disappointed were you in that whole card, man? And you got your wish. Mackenzie Dern is the champ.
Yeah, I mean, it was it was a shit show of a fight, to be honest. It's crazy how Tom is getting all this like flack, though. I don't love, but I think it's hilarious that how quickly people turn on somebody. Like this is the people everybody were defending a month ago, and now all of a sudden because he couldn't fight anymore. Do I think he pulled out? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I can't say definitively either way. Like he was losing that first round, but who knows? Maybe he gets the sub next round or at the end of the round. Like who knows? But he didn't look like himself in the first. I don't know. If he did, it did look a little weird. Like to say he was blind. His dad was saying he was blind in one eye and 40% in the other. It was just, I don't know. Something seemed off. Mackenzie Dern fight was super exciting. I think it was fight of the year. Fight of the year contender. And she's the champ. Like I said, I don't know why anyone expected that fight to go any different. It literally was the exact same fight as the first fight. I don't think she holds it on for long though, but I'm glad that she got it in the first place. Like a Misha Tate, right? Like you're just happy that they got it once, and you're just hopeful, even though you know they're gonna lose it the next time they get in there. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I mean, my take is just like this is what happens when you just sit around for basically a year and a half and just wait around for a title, for a title shot. And we always talk about like the best champions are usually the active champions. And what he's only fought for the interim title belt one time, and just waited around for John Jones basically for a year. So
correct.
that's what happens when you go around chasing John Jones. And now John Jones retired, and then he came back, and now he's on this little tour trying to apologize to Dana White,
Yep.
which we don't care about anymore. And now this is what happens. You look rusty in the ring, and the worst thing that could have happened to him, which was he got eye poked and then he had to quit. So now that's
Yeah.
why he's kind of getting all this backlash, though. But do you think Dana should kind of rebook this immediately? Are you interested in that,
I'm not
or
interested in anything in the heavyweight division, but I feel like
yeah,
that's the only fight you can book right now because Volkov didn't do enough to deserve it. So
yeah?
it's like,
Talk about disaster in that night too with that
yeah,
Volkov fight with Almeida. We'll
yeah,
talk about Almeida in a little bit, man. But Volkov did enough to win. I'm glad that the refs there they didn't reward what Almeida was doing, which was just holding him down and doing nothing on the ground, basically. But Volkov needed a little more. He needed a little spectacular finish, but he didn't get it done. Um, do you think that kind of hurts him? Is he back of the line? Is he just number one contender, and we just wait to see what happens with Tom Aspinall
I
in that?
think he's next for whatever happens in the rematch, but it's just like who knows when that's gonna happen now, you know? So there's that
Yeah,
whole division's fucked for now until
yeah,
we get
yeah,
some new blood in it.
yeah, yeah. Well, moving on. So we thought all the drama was done with the UFC until we got our fight night last weekend. Overall, good, pretty good, decent card,
Yeah,
but we had suspicions of betting. Of what's it called? Fraudulent betting.
yeah,
We had a Bulgarian here getting cut recently. Well, about like
yeah,
2-3 days ago.
yeah.
Beat your boy Yadir. What do you make of all this? You, especially being a betting connoisseur, do you trust any of this, or you just knew it's already going on and you just gotta?
I mean, it was sus to be. I mean, it was sus, and it does involve investigation. But you saw in our video. Well, we didn't get to post it, guys, because it got all fucked up. But I picked Yadier from the beginning. I thought it was a
Mm-hmm.
mismatch in odds to begin with. Um, it was sus though how it happened. I have a message with Ian right before the fight started because I like look at the lines. I'm like, yo, in the last hour, this dude dropped from a minus like 250 to like a minus 100 in an hour. Makes that's very fishy. And to go out there and be a wrestler, be a grappler, that was his strength in the fight, and then just get taken down and not fight the hands and get choked out. It's a little sus. Like I said, I think Gaettier was going to win that fight regardless because that's how he won his first fight. The same thing, ground and pound, good thing. And I think he's a really good prospect, but it was very fishy. Very,
Yeah.
very. It definitely warrants an investigation.
Yeah. Do you feel like the UFC kind of has a problem in their hands, or do you think
I
that
think
Dana
people
went it the
are
right way?
over. I think people are being a little over dramatic regarding it. Like, do I think fighters have been offered to throw fights before? Sure. And it's funny how now all of a sudden these fighters want to speak up because, like Dana said, it's like, why are you speaking up now, right? Because it's hot news. Because if you actually cared about the integrity of the sport, you would have told us. We would have looked into it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that you mentioned, now we got to look into your whole career and look at your coaches and your camps. Like, it's just weird. Like, for me, it's just like, I don't think it's a widespread problem, as people are saying. I think it's definitely something that happens. And I think they do a good job of finding it, like with Kraus and whoever the fighter was under him, like they'll find you real quick, bro, if that's how you're gonna play it. um like I said, you can't cheat the system, right? There's FBI's watching this, there's the books are watching. Like, you can't, the lines are gonna move, and as soon as the lines move any drastic way, we're gonna find out. And
Yeah.
you can't really, if you go in there, it's really hard to fake a performance. It really is, when you go in there and you're fighting. So I mean, like I said, it's not worth risking 70K, 80K to go to like Dana says, federal prison and lose your whole career. It doesn't make sense for 70K. So whoever does it is dumb. I don't think it's as a widespread problem as people are saying.
Yeah. One thing is for sure though, the UFC is definitely taking it serious because when do you ever see Dana White like address the media head on with
Yeah.
like a press conference and then release it? So it definitely scared them a little bit. So hopefully they get that under control. But yeah, I mean, you're always going to get that overreaction from the public. And then, I mean, I was on Twitter, I was seeing clips of, oh, I thought this was fishy. I thought that was
Yeah.
fishy. I saw one where they thought Topuria knocking out Charles was fishy. I thought that was
No, that wasn't fishy.
that was not fishy, but yeah, like overall, they do
I mean,
have
the
a
FBI is involved, bro. It's like, like,
yeah.
they'll
You're not gonna
they'll
get away
figure it
with it.
out. They'll take care of it. So
Yeah.
I'm not. That is the least of my concerns.
Yeah, and right when we thought the whole card was kind of going weird, we get another eye poke with your boy Waldo off the KO.
Yeah.
What did you think of that? I mean, this time it worked in your favor.
I mean, he poked him in the eye. And the thing is that the guy, until the ref says fight's over or waves his hands, the fight is not over. He did neither of those things. He got poked. If you look at the replay, he clearly got poked in the eye. It's no disputing
Yeah,
it. So this dude's out here saying I got robbed or whatever. No, he got poked in the eye. And then when the fight was on, you got caught. Why you're robbed because of what? Because you got knocked out? I mean, no, you poked him in the eye, you got restarted, and you got caught. It's just really simple. It's black and white. But now it's like, oh, da 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 da. No, it was weird the way it happened because it looked like he was finished, but like no, like you poked him, bro.
yeah, yeah. I don't know what the UFC really can do to get rid of this. They've been trying and been trying. Fighters are still holding their hands up. I think, and Ian Parker has said this a lot. You just got to take a point immediately. Like this
Yeah.
is the only way. It's the only way where
But
fighters are just going to respect
the
that way.
gloves the way they are, man, it's hard. Like sometimes it's a natural reaction, right? Like like they changed the gloves for a little bit, but then they lost the knockouts, so they changed them back. There has to be a happy medium somewhere here.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and it doesn't happen as often as we, like you said. It's another thing the media's kind of running
Yeah.
with it. How often do we see an eye poke? Really? I mean, maybe once every 2, 3 cards. It's just so happened that it just happened back to back like this in the last 2 weeks. But
Yeah.
yeah, overall, I mean, hopefully Waldo continues to ascend. He's looking promising. That's really the only person in the heavyweight division that can really is looking, a little bit exciting. We'll see what happens with the John Jones thing. He's still going around doing his little press conferences of apologizing to Dana White, but
Yeah, he's
we'll
kissing
see
as
how that
much
works out
ass
for
as he
him.
possibly can.
And moving on, man, just a little bit of more news. We got Justin Gaethje, man, still holding on to his little retirement threat. If he doesn't fight for the title, he will retire. Do you think he stands hold on this, or do you think he's just going to accept whatever Dana White throws at him?
I think he's serious, and I don't think Dana gives a fuck. Like Dana said,
Do you give a fuck?
no, honestly, I'm all set with Justin Gaethje, bro. I've seen the best out of him. We're at the end of it, so if this is how he wants to go out, bro, it's like no, bro. You don't deserve it, and you can't demand it. That's the thing. These guys can't just demand it and say, "I'll retire if you don't give it to me." Then retire. Good. You're
Mm.
one of the people that hold up this division, anyways. You and Dustin and all these guys held up the division for so long, so I'm okay with it. Like I said, do what you want, but you don't deserve it. I'd much rather see him fight somebody else than Justin Gaethje, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, we have Dan Hooker versus Armin Sarukian coming up in the next couple weeks,
Yeah.
and then there's rumors of Charles and Max looking to kind of set that up in early January.
Yeah.
But it kind of leaves them out a little bit, and who knows if Ilya's gonna
That's what I'm
agree to
saying.
fight Patty.
Patty, like he literally, Ilya said, I'd rather fight Patty than fight Justin. He said that. So
Yeah.
just
All right. We'll see if he stands packed with his little retirement threat, but who knows what happens. Like that, like I said, that division's pretty held up right now. The good thing is there's not a lack of talent in that division, kind of like the heavyweight where there's no talent in that division.
correct.
But
Correct.
they have the opposite issue. There's too many people there that have too many that have the claim there to get the title shot. Um, but yeah, moving on, man. We also have kind of a decent card this weekend. It's a little fight night. We'll go over it here really quick. We'll have our official picks on the Instagram. So we have
Ooh, nice
Bonafide
cover.
versus Brown. Nice graphic there.
Yeah.
Anything that stands out to you? Let's go to the prelims here. Let's go right down to the first fight. We got Jackson McVeigh versus Zachary Reese. What are you thinking on this one?
I like Zachary Reese here. That wasn't the fight that was originally scheduled, though.
Yes.
I'm about to say because I remember a different person fighting here, but I like
Mm-hmm.
Zachary Reese in this one.
Yeah, you're switching your pick for McVeigh. He was originally
I
scheduled to fight somebody
Yeah,
else.
that's what I'm saying. I picked McVeigh, but this is definitely not who was fighting, if I remember it correctly. I
Mm-hmm.
like Daniel Marcos in the next one.
Marcos looks great,
Yeah,
man. The
I
Marcos
like
looks
him by
great. We got
decision there. I think Tisha needs to go retire and go live with Raquel in some type of whatever. So I'll take Denise here on her little comeback trail.
mm-hmm.
I got
And then we got
Matt. If you guys again contender series, man, Hokit was a fun fighter. Pretty dominant. I think this is a setup match for him. I know Jimenez came out of nowhere, so this is basically let's see what you got debut type thing. I think Hokit finishes it in the first round.
nice.
Myra
And
Bueno
then man, what happened?
Silva.
What happened to Myra,
She was
man?
never
She
good to
really fall
begin
from
with. She was
grace.
never good to begin with, brother. It was like I said, it was smoke and mirrors. And I think this is another match that is very, very tough for her because this Cavalcanti girl is really, really good. This is a tough fight to come back to. I'm gonna go with Cavalcanti here. Myra just doesn't have
Yeah,
cardio, dude,
yeah. It's weird because she laid an egg during her championship
and then
fight, and
hasn't
she
been
just
good ever
been
since.
hasn't been good ever since. I don't know what happened, but on her way to the championship fight,
Yeah,
she was ascending, man, and she looked scary. So something happened during that fight. I don't know if it was something
yeah. She
mentally.
stopped taking those fucking male hormone pills. And then you got Simone versus Barcelos. I love Ricky Simone here. Um,
Mm.
he's been on a little tear his last couple fights, starting to get finishes again. Um, I like him, man. I like him. Yeah, he beat two good fighters back to back there. Coming off that Oliveira loss, Barcelos.
Barcelos is tough though, man.
He is
Barcelos
he's
is
tough.
tough.
I mean, but he beat Peyton Talbot. I remember that. He beat Cody Garbrandt, which anybody can touch Cody Garbrandt nowadays, and he falls down. So I mean, I think Ricky's tough. I think it's just I think he's gonna be just a little bit faster in there, better combinations. I like him in there.
Nice. And then we got Emil and Emmers. Obviously, this is the fight right before
Yeah.
the main event. So
I
what are we
like
thinking on
Jamal
this one?
Emmers, bro. Hyder Emil, I think, is another one that's smoke and mirrors. He came in undefeated, and everyone was all gassed on him because he went in there and threw a 40 punch combination against good fighters. You can't do that. It's not a thing. Um, that and then we ran with that and go. I think his style of fight, he went in his last fight and got knocked the fuck out because he tried to do the same thing. You can't do that against good fighters. I think Jamal has a lot of length on him, if I'm not mistaken, here in this one.
Correct.
Um, I just think that Hyder, of course he has a puncher's chance, but I think if Emmers uses his length to his advantage, I could see him just picking him apart if he goes in there trying to swing wild like he always does.
Right, right.
Ah!
All right, man.
Dude,
CLD, he
CLD
came in the UFC.
plus 200,
He
Ken.
came,
What the fuck is going
yeah,
on?
insane, man. So this is another weird thing that's going on.
And he's on a little
But yeah, he
streak.
came in
He's
with
on a little streak
yeah,
too. Knocking dudes out and
yeah,
shit.
yeah. If you can remember, he came into UFC with a little bit of fight, and then a little bit of hype, and then he lost to Rodriguez. But everyone loses the freaking RoboCop, and
Yeah.
not these days. And then he's been kind of disappointing a little bit, not as exciting as we thought he was going to be. But he's kind of turning it around
Yeah.
now. So I'm definitely back on the CLD train. I think Tulio is
He's a
going
little
to be a little bit
overrated.
too
And he's
slow for
fucking
Duncan.
Norma Dumont. He's not focused.
Yeah, yeah.
He's been there for
So
2 weeks
taking
now. Yeah,
CLD.
he was coaching her. I don't like it. I don't like
Yeah, and it
it.
might look easy too.
Bonfim brother. So this is the little brother of the main event, guys. He won his last matchup. He looked pretty good in the last one. I'm not overly impressed with Bonfim though. This one, he's not as good as his brother, but I think he's good enough to beat Chris Padilla. Um,
Yeah,
I think with them training together, the focus on the card, I think he gets the win here.
of course. Gotcha. And then we got another Muslim.
Salikov versus Medic. Salikov got a lucky knockout in his last one, I remember. But I think
Mhm.
Medic goes there and he's gonna sleep him. I think Salikov is I think he's pushing it. I think he's 40. He might be 39 or 40 right now. How old is this fucker?
The king of
Yeah,
kung fu.
he is, but I know he old as shit. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, so I got Uros. Uros has been on a little streak himself. Uros touches guys, and they go to sleep too. So I got Uros here by knockout.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards that same way. I think, like you said, Muslim might be a little bit over the
Yeah.
hill, and Eros is just going to come in a little bit
Yep.
younger, but not as much experience. But still, he's just going to be a little bit too fast for him on the
Yep.
feet. And then we got Matt Schnell versus Joseph
Another
Morales.
underdog. I don't understand. Joseph Morales is coming off the Ultimate Fighter. Where he was decent. He's fought in the UFC before. He fought. That was his Ultimate Fighter fight submission. Like, look at these names that he's fought. Like fought Figgy, got knocked out. Like, I don't even understand these. I don't know half those guys. The only guy I know is Figgy. Matt Schnell is a dog. He loses fights, but let me tell you, he goes in there.
He will be
He's
in the
always
fights.
in it, bro. Every time he's in it. That fight that he had against that Chinese dude, Mudajeri, I was live for. That shit was the sickest thing I've ever seen. He's fought the best. Nicolao's really good. Rival's really good. He fights really good guys. I think if you notice a common theme too, Jimmy Flick, huge grappler. Cody Durden, huge grappler. He fought Urseg. Urseg was almost a champ. Nicolau, grappler. Mudajeri, grappler. Royval, we know, is a very good grappler.
Grappler, yeah.
He fights
Yeah.
grapplers, and that's Morales' game, but not on the same level as those guys. I think he's going to be well equipped. I think he's a live dog here. I like him in this fight.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm taking Snow on the feet too. I think he's just going to be too much for Joseph. Obviously, Morales is a little bit better on the ground, but you highlighted that perfectly, where he's not as on the same level as the people he's already
Correct.
fought. So I'm going to take Matt on that one too.
Uh-huh.
And this one's a little bit iffy for me, man. I know you're leaning one way. I'm leaning the other way. So we got Gabriel Bonfim versus
I'm gonna
Randy
take
Brown.
Bonfim
Let's talk
again,
about.
bro. The thing with me is
All
that
right.
This is the exact replica of Bonfim's last fight, right? The long, lanky guy. He fought Wonder Boy, and this is the same guy. And I can
Mhm.
argue that Wonder Boy, as much as I hate the fucker, has better stand-up tools than a Randy Brown. I think Randy Brown's streaking right now. He's doing really good. He knocked out Darby. It was impressive. He lost before that, knocked out Salikov. Like I said, he has the length and the reach in there always in most fights. I just think that Bonfim gets us to the ground. I think it's the same. I think this is the same setup as his last fight. I think it's set up for him perfectly because he's literally fighting just the Jamaican Wonder Boy. all over again. The result's the same. I think he's going to get him on the ground. I think he subs him in 2.
It's going to be tough for me. I think obviously the length plays a reach,
Yeah,
plays
huge part.
a big role. Yeah, just because of the reach, such difference. I mean, it's interesting. You think it's kind of like the Wonderboy fight, but I think Randy is a little bit more deadly on the
Yeah.
with the striking. He might not be as precise or as sharp as Wonderboy, but Randy's going to hit him with the elbows. He's going to cut him a little bit more. So if it stays at a distance, I'm leaning towards Brown a little bit more because I'm not sure if Gabriel here is going to be able to get it to the ground exactly immediately like he wants to, which I know he wants to, but it's really going to test his cardio, man. But I think I'm going to lean Brown on this one for sure. I'm taking that one. But yeah, man, that's pretty much our unofficial picks. We'll have the post up on our Instagram so you can actually look at the dogs and like method of finish and things and all that. And see what you guys think. Next week, big card. We'll probably be in New York. We might be shooting some
No,
stuff.
Ken's
We might
buying
be
our
shooting some
tickets,
stuff,
guys.
man.
He's
But
rich.
we
He's already
won't
got
be
his
in the
front
arena,
row,
but we'll
guys.
be
We're gonna be
next to the
cage
arena.
side. So when you watch the pay-per-view, look to the right. We got
Nah,
it. We got it, dog. For real. Yeah.
No, we might be next to the arena, but yeah, interesting. Super excited for that, man. We just got
They
to get
say
through this weekend
the
here.
skill wise,
Obviously,
it's
it's going to be
probably
a
the most
decent card, but
skilled
next
card,
weekend is a
top to
real
bottom,
banger.
that they've put together. So it's the card, yeah,
If,
the
yeah,
cards,
and we're not even talking about the main event, guys. We're
yeah.
just talking about the card as a complete card. It might be the best card of the
I'll
year.
see, I'll see, I'll
So
see.
they always do as well for Madison Square Garden. So we'll see how we go.